I was actually one of the founding members of Positive Tales, so I was there from the very beginning when it was just an idea. There's just a lot of animals out there that need our help. Either it's because their owners can't afford their care, or they've been abandoned and now they're left out on the streets to fend for themselves, or in the most unfortunate circumstances, they're actually abused by their owners and they're the ones that need the most help.
I became involved after my dog Ebbet was treated at Verg. We found Ebbet on the street. He was a stray. He started to get sick, and then our regular vet recommended Dr. Dennis Slade at Verg.
I took care of a dog by the name of Ebbet, whose owner had volunteered to donate some resources and finances for pets in need. And it was really the catalyst that got things moving to form a nonprofit.
So Positive Tales really is a three-pronged mission. The Ebbet Fund is for clients who can't afford care for their pets who have a very curable condition.
Medically minor ailments, like say a urinary blockage, something like that, something that is totally treatable but is not cheap to treat.
The Brock and Toby Fund is named after Broccoli, my cat, and Toby, my dog.
To help reduce the population of animals in New York City by reducing their numbers through a spay-neuter outreach program.
And then finally the Walter Fund is for the abused animals, and that's probably the most heartbreaking. He's just the sweetest pit bull who was left for dead on the side of a road.
He was thrown out of a car on Easter Sunday. He was brought in, he had mange, and he was smelled like bleach. NYPD investigates these cases, but then who is caring for the pets afterward, taking on the costs of transfusions and very expensive medical treatment.
They end up in our hospital, and we go ahead and offer treatment for these animals rather than turn them away.
Generally, we look at conditions medically or surgically that have a good chance of outcome, a good chance of return to function, and then not have long-term chronicity or long-term implications on the pets.
And one in particular was Sweetie.
Somebody had found a puppy tied to a tree, a little pug. She was starving to death.
She was really, really sick. We walked into Verg.
Turns out after doing a physical and some testing that Sweetie had a pyometra, which is basically an infected uterus. If left untreated, that's definitely fatal. She would have died from it, for sure.
Ryan was really concerned with not being able to take care of her.
I was just beside myself, and I kept saying, I can't afford this operation. And Dee was like, you're not gonna put her down. I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I was hysterical crying.
They came up with some funding, which unfortunately wasn't going to cover the surgery that night. We were left basically with a dog that had a 100% treatable condition, but unfortunately her mom just couldn't afford the surgery. So the attending doctor on duty that night recommended Positive Tales. So he sent an email and a text out to the board members. We got it and all agreed this is the perfect case. This is exactly why we started Positive Tales.
Good boy.
The way it works is you have to have one veterinary board member and one non-medical board member both agree that we'll fund the case, so we gave tentative approval.
And when she found out that option was available, it was...
As we expected, the operation was a huge success. As soon as Sweetie recovered from surgery, she was back to her normal self, and she actually went home just a couple days later.
She recovered just so fast, it was like, you know, nothing had ever happened before.
At all. I mean, as soon as she came out from surgery, she was just running around. It was great.
My favorite Positive Tales moment is actually going on right now. There's a Rottweiler that can't be more than 2 years old. A Good Samaritan found him on the street, so cold and so emaciated. His mouth was frozen open. They thought he was dead.
Apparently, when he was admitted to the hospital, he was too weak to lift his head. And I mean, that's just heartbreaking.
His owners had purposefully starved him. We did blood tests and x-rays and other diagnostics, and the only thing that was wrong with him was that he was starved, nearly to death. As of today, he's up, he's walking around, he shows affection. They don't hold a grudge, and that's the most heartbreaking thing about it. Here, there's a human out there who treated him so poorly. Yet the first thing he did when he had enough energy to stand up was curl in somebody's lap. If that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will.
He's expected to make a full recovery, and I don't think we'll have any trouble finding a really great, responsible person to adopt him. Through the Positive Tails funds, we actually can make a tangible difference for a lot of animals.
Continuing to pledge donations.
Because without the donations, we can't continue to help patients in need.
And it's not just about money. Come by and give us a hand at our next event.
Volunteering can be as simple as helping out at a vet hospital and even walking dogs.
Go ahead and like our Facebook page and share it with all of your contacts.
Just spread the word. I've never heard of Positive Tails until they helped me, and now I tell everyone that I know.
The feeling we get when we're helping with these cases is it's amazing. It really is incredible, and it almost feeds your drive to do more. Where we do one case, we want to do 2. We do 2, we want to do 10. We do 10, we want to do 100. And that's why we're all so eager to get the word of Positive Tails out there.
Right now we're working with VERG, and that's been fantastic. And we're hoping as we grow to be able to offer these services to other clinics.
Hopefully we really catch fire in 2015. Right now we're kind of just a little smoldering brush fire. I want to have that stoked and just have people share stories of Sweet D and Gabriel, and to see the before and after pictures of an animal. That is going to really help launch Positive Tails out into the public.